Hello everybody, Captain Thief, Mission 5, first fight against Cole. I'm amazed I remember names too. It's actually been a very long time since I played this game. Last time I was playing it, it was, I don't know, 2006, 2007. I was playing this game in between camping something known as the Devil Manta to try and get its angel skin so I could make a back piece for my thief. Yeah, this is all sounding like gibberish, so you know what, just ignore I ever said any of that. We're going to try and rank up Jake and Rachel as much as possible. Probably ignore Max. Sorry, Max. I haven't cut him out of that little overlay. He's supposed to be there next to Andy and Sammy, but well, something had to give, and I thought the missile was better looking than Max, so sorry, Max. Leave it to me. Just stay here and make sure the chow's ready when I get back. What? Who do you think you are, waltzing in and giving me orders, musclehead? Simmer down, man. You're just like your sister, you little hothead. Oh, there's some drama brewing up. Sup, what's going on? Hey, Jake, give me a hand with Rachel, will you? What, are you gonna out-muscle her and shove her into a broom closet or something? Black hole forces have been spotted moving to the Tahira range, and Max wants to march right out and open fire. Whose command is this? Mine! I decide who takes the field. Me! Now back off. Whoa. Oh, yeah, whoa, chill. First we've got to do some recon. Then we'll talk. They haven't started anything, right? You're right. Max is being so gung-ho and headstrong that I blew my top. And what's wrong with being gung-ho? Take it easy, Max. Come on, let's roll. Hey, what's this place? Oh, was this place always a desert? Didn't there used to be more trees and stuff? Omega Land is rapidly deteriorating into desert, and it's a serious problem. We don't know what's causing it, but my guess is black hole is behind it. For the time being, let's focus on crushing these goons in front of us. There's a factory by the HQ, isn't there? This must be a deployment map. Yeah, okay, so now we get to actually build things, make people, or train people, whatever you want to call it. So we can deploy any units we want, right? As long as there's money. Yep, and that, of course, means you need funds to produce units. Thanks, Rachel. I doubt you've given much thought to money up until this point, am I right? No, I was actually thinking about money when it came to repairing things, so... Well, on a map like this, funds are part of the strategy you can't ignore. First off, you receive funds at the beginning of each day. Now, the more bases you have, the more cash you earn. Remember, bases provide you with terrain bonuses, supplies, and funds. You want to capture as many as you can, no matter where they are. To deploy a unit, tap a factory and choose a unit from the list. Word, I'll give it a shot. The enemy ain't far away, and their numbers are pretty small. With all this flatland, I'd say Jake is better off taking this one on his own. I get your point, but let's discuss it a bit before we come to this decision. You know, you can scout the map before taking the field, right? All you do is move the cursor around and check out the terrain and enemy units. When you're ready to start fighting, tap the menu button and choose deploy. This will actually be an important thing to do. Let me see if I can't figure out where I am. Okay, so I have an idea of where I am. It's just that the cursor is not showing up for some reason. Fine, that's fine. I'll just use the touchpad. Alright, so we got a tank, a recon, which can damage infantry units, artillery, MD tank, anti-air. They don't have a factory though, and as long as I can keep them from getting a factory, these are all the units I'll ever have to worry about ever in my life. So we're going to do that. Now the question is, oh boy, isn't that a question? I think what I want to do, I start with no money. I'll start with 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7. 7,000, that's not enough to build a tank yet. I think I need 8,000 to build even the lightest tanks. So what I want to do is I want to get the mech infantry right here onto this factory right here. You can see that, right? Yeah, you can totally see that. And, you know, he'll start capturing it. He'll take some damage from this tank, of course. And I'll build a tank here as soon as I can. I don't know if this is going to work. This is a hard one, actually. Especially since this guy has quite a bit of range and could probably reach me if I sent him 2 turns down here, because he'd have to go here and then here. Alright, we'll just play this one by ear. That's never a good idea, but you know, it's the Captain Thief way, so that's what we're going to do. Deploy. Let's do this. Did I choose Jake? I think it chose Jake. No, it chose Rachel for me. No, I'm not ready. Do I get to pick my CO? How do I get to pick my CO? Oh, here we go. So here I get to Okay, so this tells you all the stuff. You can pause the YouTube. I'm fine with that. Why am I Rachel? He says as he woke up from a nightmare where he is Rachel, and it turned out to be a Kafka-esque nightmare where he turned into what he was nightmaring about. Maybe I go into setup. Oh, here we go. Okay. I can be Jake. Seriously, Rachel's better. But I have to be Jake. But okay, for some reason I thought there was like some sort of leaves around his head. That's just like the lion pattern in the background. Okay, well, we'll be Jake for now. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of opportunities to play Rachelson later. So let's go ahead and deploy. Boom. Let's do this. Are you ready? Yes. Yes, I am. I want to play Jake because he's closer to leveling up, and I want to get to that as soon as possible so I can start having a look at how these things go. Starting with this battle, you can now unleash your CO powers. Okay, so she learned how to missile. CO powers are special abilities that give commanders an advantage in battles. Check your CO profiles on the map window to learn more about individual CO powers. The top screen shows a CO portrait, current findings, and the power meter. You can use your standard CO power when the small stars on the meter fill up. If you don't use it, the large stars will fill, and you can use a super CO power. Usually the super CO power is worth waiting for. Except if you're, what's her name? Short for Alexandra. Sasha, yes. If you're Sasha, then, you know, her regular power is actually pretty boss. There's actually a lot of instances of that, so I probably shouldn't act like it's so special. Super CO powers are many times stronger than normal powers and can change the tide of a battle in an instant. Especially Andy's, the jerk. But especially Rachel's. The type of power you use depends on the power itself and the battle conditions. When the power meter is full, choose power from the map window and give it a try. I can't wait to bust out some beefy CO powers on these black hole fools. Maybe you shouldn't have gone with a CO power that just makes you stronger on the plains, Jake. Let's see. Let's go to my CO and have a look at his power. Hit clubbing. Miss easy listening. G. Okay, so I don't have any skills yet. I'll get those when I level up. Beat down. Firing range of vehicles is increased by 1. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty good. Wait, does that mean all vehicles? So tanks can actually indirect fire now? This I have to see. Firepower of all units is increased on planes. Block rock. Firing range of vehicles is increased by 1 and movement range by 2. Firepower of all units is greatly increased on planes. Okay, so planes. That's kind of Jake. You know, I wonder if they were discussing, you know, how should we make the next main character CO? Well, you know, let's try and show them that it's a regular person, you know, a plane guy, and they took that to heart and said, oh hey, let's make it a planes guy. Okay, so I can totally make a tank. I've got bad news. It looks like we can't produce any powerful units yet. Yeah, and even if we had the funds, we don't have the materials. That MD tank on the HQ is our problem. No other ground units can take it on. I see what you're saying. We've got to come up with a plan. A plan that rhymes with Ren direct firing units that launch missiles on their silly faces. Okay, so I just spent all of our money on magic beans in the form of a tank. Let's go ahead and end this. I moved all our units, so this should be good. Hehehe. I laugh only out of sheer boredom with the fools populating this inane continent. I must continue, though, for the sake of the Black Crystal objective. I should make his voice more impish, but I just can't get to that kind of range, okay? Lord Cole! I told you, I remembered names. Enemy force is spotted. Hey, we're not spotted, we're striped. That decrepit guerrilla force? They are beneath me. Battle them as you see fit. They're actually allied troops led by a commanding officer. Truly? Then I shall see if their CO is on this continent worthy of... If there is a CO on this continent worthy of facing me. Hehehe. Alright, so the tank's going to, damage my mech units. A bit. But I think my mech units are going to be able to survive, and so long as they don't take any further damage, this might work. Okay, so... right, I'm trying to use my cursor, and it's just not working. Let's try and take out this guy as much as we can. The anti-air is probably going to really mess up my mech unit, though. Which, kind of sucks for me. But hey, as long as I'm on this bridge, only one unit can hurt me at a time. Granted, the city has better defense stars capabilities, but I'm gonna park him on the city too. Wait. I'm thinking about this one. Yeah, I'm gonna park him on the city. I was considering about, just moving him onto the city too. I'm gonna have him keep on capturing in case he can miraculously survive this whole ordeal. At the moment, I need another tank up here. The south should be fine. In fact, nope, I have 0 funds. I can't even make an inventory. I was going to make an inventory and start capturing this city next door. But, that'll have to work. I kind of don't like these two guys. They're going to try and take these two cities. The tail of two cities. Tolstoy is going to be pissed, guys. But that'll have to do. And... okay. So... yeah, this is the end of those guys. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. How about these guys? Do they live? They barely live. And they can't be attacked by anything else until his artillery gets here. But he hasn't been moving his artillery. The AI can be dumb sometimes. Yes, I think I've got it. What are you yelling about now? The MD tanks. I think I've come up with a strategy that will take care of them. How's that? I don't think those MD tanks move unless an enemy enters their attack range. Yeah, so? So first we produce an artillery unit and deploy it near the upper bridge. Then we send an armored unit like a tank to the enemy to the city at the end of the bridge. Right, and then the MD tank rolls out to slam the unit on the city, and the next turn the artillery unit takes aim and kaplow, the old bait and switch. Too many artillery units and the enemy won't take the bait though. Be careful. Artillery units can beat down even MD tanks, so just one should do it. Plus, I could always use a tank or mech unit to move in for the kill. We just can't give them any chance to repair itself at all. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, so... that kind of works for me. You. I wonder if he can... yeah, he can plausibly finish that off. Let's not tell him to wait, though. How far can this tank go? He's got 6 move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll land right on top of that soldier. He can't go all the way to the city, which kind of stinks. Oh well, oh well. I'll tell you what. I'm not losing anyone today. We'll just put him here. He'll guard the bridge. He'll take out these fridges. I probably shouldn't have moved the tank as far back as I could. I probably should have just moved him back 1. Oh well, though. Hey, guess what? You're fighting me now. Remember those guys you took out? We're their cousins. Which means we're still pretty darn mad about this whole ordeal. Okay. Now, as fun as mechs are, I like infantry better. I'm gonna start making infantry to start, swarming them. Not swarm, but, enough of a swarm that I can probably take their cities before they even realize it. Especially since funds are gonna be useless for this guy if I never let him take a city. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's just end the turn. End the turn. It's day 3. He has weird theme song. It sounds like there's a Wilhelm scream somewhere in there. Okay. You go ahead and move forward with your plan of global domination. This anti-air is going to take a while to take out. Yeah, let's just do it. So my mech unit is actually not all that useful in this current situation, and I don't want to park him on the factory because I'm going to be making things there. Tell you what, let's make the artillery so I can park behind the tank now. What kind of range do you got? Okay, so as long as I never get on this diagonal row of trees, I should be fine. And we'll just kill him here where he stands. Because dang it, he's gonna just run back and repair like a little jerk. I'm not gonna put up with that. Now here's the question. I think I'm gonna go for the factory first, and I'll just make an inventory to take over the nearby city, and that will do for that. And Cole is really close to having his CO power, so it's probably gonna hurt. He's gonna get increased power for a turn. For a turn, guys, calm down. All right. Yeah, you better run away. Okay, so I'm thinking Yeah, the infantry units can actually move into the mountains. It's pretty awesome. Alright, now, can you traverse rivers? No, well, he didn't seem to want to. I'm not sure how rivers work, actually. So let's see. What kind of range you got here? Well, he can move on top of the city. So let's not do that just yet. Let's put the artillery right here. And we'll put you right here. And you'll take the brunt of the attack. And in case they smash through the tank somehow, I'll have this infantry here waiting to take an entire shell from an enemy. It'll be fun, I promise. Okay. I'm just going to move this tank back. He doesn't want to see any action today. I mean, he will soon. Soon. Very soon. Alright, you going to move forward there, Mr. MD Tank? You going to come destroy my my regular tank? No. Well, the mechs are. This is going to hurt a bit. Okay. So even if both mechs hit me, and they're not, it's not going to be an issue. Especially with my tissues. Alright, so, just blow up the mech. I don't want to look at their faces anymore, okay? A good counter against infantry is more infantry. I'm going to do that. I mean, they're mechs, yes, but, you know, oh, right, he's in the city. But the fact of the matter is, facts. You don't have to tell them to wait. You can just not even move them and they'll do what they do. You capture. That's more money per day for us. And that's more factories next turn if I care to use them. I'm going to move this guy up here just so he's waiting in the wings to help out. Yes, yes. I mean, maybe I'm going for a perfect 300 score. I don't even know. I'll not surrender. Bend your knee and beg for mercy. Okay, so this is what CO powers look like. They get a special little dance kind of thing. And then, you know, altered music, which, you know, kind of scares you occasionally. And, alright, here comes the MD tank. Going to wipe out my infantry. Which means I'm going to definitely want to move my tank back down, actually. Okay. Works for me. Or I can... Well, I can't sneak them up past there, so... let's get off of that. Alright, yeah, he's definitely within range. Let's move him back down-ish here. I'm just burning fuel at this point. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. And let's take out the mech for being a jerk. Boom. That's what you get for being on the plains. And let's build a... I don't have any MD tanks available. So we're going to build another tank in case this one gets flattened. And believe me, there's a good chance he'll get flattened. That's the life of a tank. Yeah, we're going to start moving guys. And he's going to start healing. It costs money, but it's usually worth it to save your units if possible. Okay, I have my regular power ready. But I think I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. Hold off on that for a minute. Okay, here it goes. There goes my tanks. Which is bad because I don't think my regular tank is going to be able to get up there really quick. But my artillery is going to get the chance to, you know, maybe... Yeah, okay, fire. Don't wait. I'm trying to fight my urge to hit that little wait button. Okay, we'll do that. It's kind of sad. But, are you on the road? He is on the road. That's not plains. They are very specific about what is and what is not plains. Okay. What's the range on that MD tank? Yeah, I can move on to that city. Cool. And I can move this guy through the mountains. And I can build more tanks. I'll just flood the place with tanks. Sure. Works. Doing work. I should probably build an APC, but... That was smart thinking to be done a while ago. Man, I am worse than Max when it comes to not strategizing. Oh, I should have shot the tank. Yeah, that's something I should have done. Okay. That's fine with me, though. I don't care. I really do care, actually. This is making me look like a fool. Especially since I could have taken out 45% of his tank earlier. Would have saved some of my tank. My other tank. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move you slightly out of the way. Like right there. I'm going to move you right here. And we're going to open fire on him and do a little bit of damage. Probably not worth it. Probably. And I'll just move this onto the city, maybe freak him out a bit. Oh, right, your movement is greatly hindered on the cities themselves, so, you know, they're not the end-all, be-all wonderful things you think they are. Or the mountains. The mountains, I was talking about mountains. Okay. Okay. Let's, build another tank. We're going to need replacement tanks. Tons of replacement tanks. Alright, menu. And I predict what's going to happen is he's going to destroy my tank, move his anti-air. Yes, move his anti-air in and hit my artillery pretty darn hard. Not incredibly hard, but still harder than I wish it was. And now he controls the bridge. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move back one. And guess who gets to... You know what? No. I'm at superpower level, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do the super... What's up now? Damn it. You're making me say things I don't want to say, Jake. Block, rock. Okay. Now, usually, the CO power tends to be something that's, yeah. Yeah. That's okay, though. I'm coming in from behind, so, you know, this will work. Especially since I have plus movement speed, or plus movement range. Yeah, I can move all the way from down here, mother effer. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you and your cats. Actually, I'm not coming for anybody's cats. I like cats. And, you know, that was on the road. Guess what happens when I'm on the plains, mofo? Oh, whoa. Almost doubled the charge. Don't mind if I do. And he's not going to be able to run away as easily because he's going to have to go up and around to do that. Oh, boy. I'm an infantry and I'm stuck in the mountains. No, I want you to capture the city. It actually doesn't matter because I think I'm actually doing good enough to just win. But let's pretend I need it. Okay. As for this, that'll do. Cockle-doodle-doo. Tank. And end it. I'm probably going to get 250 points at best. That's okay. You don't really need to get perfect 300s. It's EXP, guys. It's not, you know, do this or else you fail the game. Alright. Guess what? No, you don't get to run away from the fight that easily. No sirree Bob. If he gets away, he's going to just heal up on the city. It's going to take an incredibly long time for him to heal up, but he'll heal up nonetheless. And let's kind of encroach on this guy, but not actually reach him. We'll do the old Xeno's arrow trick. Wikipedia that if you don't get the reference. Okay. And I'll put you here so you can repair, even though that's not even... You know, I don't actually care. I really don't. Wait. And I'll put you here to repair, because let's pretend that we're saving up our funds for the next fight, I guess. And speaking of funds, let's go ahead and capture this. Make me feel better about my life decisions. And, in fact, start taking enemy cities, because he doesn't need all that dough. Alright. End it. He's got 56,000 money. I don't care. He's going down. He's going down like the clown he kind of looks like. None shall escape. Forced march, okay. It couldn't help to look at what the enemy CO power does. And it looks like he was using it mostly to escape. Tell you what I'll do. Tell you what I will do. Let's look at the COs. I can look at, yeah, him. I'll go ahead and read that real quick. Proverbs and ramen, he hates fondue. Movement range of all enemies is increased by 1 space. Units have more firepower on roads. What did I tell you? Movement range of all units is increased by 2 spaces. Units have more firepower on roads. And this kind of tells you something. Okay. Works for me. Works for me. Alright, can I get down there? I mean, I can kind of surround him gradually. No. So I can attack there and there. I better go here at closest. And we'll kind of cut him off at the pass, but if he decides to go up, if he decides to go up, He's not going to be happy. Okay. In fact, it couldn't hurt to try and use the infantry to, outmaneuver him too. At least to block his path. Infantry can take out artillery pretty easily. It takes a while, but, at least they don't have any inherent disadvantages. Okay. Also, you can goad him into firing on the infantry, which will not let him move. I wanted to wait there, actually. Thank you. So I think I'll do that. Sorry, infantryman, but today is the day where that happens. As much as I would like to capture another city, I'm going to capture HQ at best. Okay. Might as well. I said might as well. Thank you. Alright, let's end this one. It's day 14. Taking a long time. Yeah, I goaded him into it. Hey, I'm gonna get to shoot your guy. At least one of them lived, which means we can take the DNA from the one who lived and clone the rest of them back. It'll be fine. No one will notice a thing. Okay, take him out. Well, I'll take half of them out, and then I'll take out the other half with the fully healed tank. Yes, especially on the plains. Okay, that works. That took out all the enemies. 14 days. I don't know, about 20 minutes? How could I lose to a miserable band of misfits such as this? Who are you calling misfits, circus freak? Oh, you must be that gung-ho gorilla, Max, yes? I see, so Cosmoland has sent reinforcements to join in on the fun. Hehehe, this pleases me greatly. Perhaps you can entertain me after all. We just beat you, so no. Stop talking like that, it's creepy. How did you get here? Who are you? My name is Cole. It is a name you would do well to remember, little girl. Little girl, my name's Rachel. Why are you so scared to tell me why you're here? Black Hole is responsible for turning Omegaland into a wasteland, isn't it? Hehehe, I'm not ready to spill that juicy secret just yet. Well, you kind of just did by admitting that, yes, you are responsible. You'll find out soon enough. This land will be devoid of beauty as your face. What? Heh. Farewell, fools. Hey, he's gone. That's a lot of sass from such a small man. You're the one who got owned. That's what I said, Jake. That pasty-faced weirdo is not getting away with this. Let's get out of here, Jake. This battle's over, but we're still in danger. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. You better watch your back, Cole. 274, okay. A rank, thank you. I think it's gotta be at least 280, 290 to be S. It doesn't have to be a perfect 300, but it is kind of sad because, look. Yep, less EXP. He got dropped like a fat Stop saying things like that, Jake. No one talks that way. More points to spend on maps and COs. But you gotta unlock things before you can buy them, so that's fine. Alright, so far we've been messing around with the terrain units mostly, and the air units a bit, but we haven't really been playing around with ships and stuff, and I think that's going to be where this comes, because it's named Ocean Blue, guys. The Ocean Blue will do it. It's another kettle of fish, ocean units and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying I hate ocean units, but let's just say I really don't like submarines, and we'll find a lot of those eventually. They suck. Okay, they just suck. There, I said it. Especially how a sunken sub can actually stop a fighter jet 3,000 feet overhead, or however many feet overhead. It's just BS, okay? Alright, well, we'll get there. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been Captain Thief playing Advanced Wars Dual Strike. Getting these all recorded as soon as I can. And one day we'll get to like Mission 20, which I think is Shatter the Sky or Crystal Rain or something. We'll figure it out. See you next time.